Good evening, everyone, and welcome to tonight's webinar, which is delivered by Armagh City, Banbridge and Craigavon Borough Council. Tonight's webinar is all about click and collect, and I am thrilled to have the team from Velocity Worldwide joining us. They have developed one of the world's leading click and collect systems. My name is Niamh Taylor. I am Director of Digital 24, and I will be just giving a quick overview of Click and Collect. I'll be talking about the Shopify platform, how you can easily enable Click and Collect on the platform, and I'll also be talking about easy ways to offer gift vouchers now as the cut-off dates for delivery Christmas rush period come into play. So hopefully you will take away some interesting new ways of running gift vouchers and also operating click and collect. Tonight's session is being recorded, so approximately an hour or so after tonight's webinar, you will receive an email with a copy of tonight's recording. So yes, without further ado, I would love for you to get involved tonight. So ask as many questions as you want. In the bottom right hand corner on the control panel, you will see a section called I guess questions for you. And I will also be asking some questions and running some polls this evening as well. So first up, I am going to ask you, do you currently sell gift vouchers online? Okay, I'll just share those results. So about three quarters of you have said no, that you're not currently selling gift vouchers online, and 25% of you have said that you are selling them. So first up, one of the things that I'm going to talk about as a digital marketer, and something that we have enabled for a few of our own clients that seems to really be taking off now over the past couple of weeks, especially those clients who've had to close up because their order book was too full. They were able to make the transition over to selling gift vouchers on the likes of social media. So what you have here is a screenshot of We Are Digital 24. We enabled it to run some tests before we launched it for our clients. So I guess this has been enabled since I would imagine early summer, and it was something that Instagram and Facebook worked on in preparation for when we went into lockdown and coming out of lockdown. Just ways to support the local businesses. They enabled this gift card, little sticker. So you can see here to the right hand side, it is an Instagram sticker. And then in the main profile here is the gift cards. Now, as I said, we have enabled this for clients. They are absolutely milking it at the moment, and it's really proving hugely beneficial. So for those of you who maybe don't have this, for those of you who maybe don't currently sell gift vouchers online, or potentially don't even have a website but want to have some sort of gift card opportunity to promote and sell, then this is a very easy way of selling that. So I'll come on to talk about that. So I'm just going to quickly ask now if anyone is currently selling gift vouchers on Instagram. Okay, so we obviously have some people on here who are currently selling gift vouchers online, so that's great to see. But 96% of people aren't currently selling gift vouchers online. So I will be able to show you how to easily do that tonight. What you see here is, and I'll come on to show a short video. I really should record one myself, but it's just because I can't do a demo of it in action on tonight's session because I can't share my mobile. I'm a Samsung, not iPhone. So what we have here is on Instagram stories, there is a section called gift cards. So these are called stickers. And the video that I'll come on to show will show you how you go about finding them to be able to share them onto your Instagram, just like I have here. And you can see once it is shared on Instagram, it's really easy then for the customer to just press buy. You can obviously jazz it all up. You can add in text. So potentially you could say gift vouchers from £10 or whatever is relevant to your business, and share this button, share this sticker, and it's really a seamless process for people to press buy, go through and check out. You can see here the provider or partner that we have used is GiftUp. Now that we've tried different ones with different clients, but GiftUp is as easy as any of the rest of them. A seamless integration, really easy to get set up, and from memory you can pretty much get set up within 24 to 48 hours of getting all of this enabled. So I'll come on to show you that. Hopefully the 96% of you that don't sell gift vouchers online could see the opportunity here. So not only can you then sell gift vouchers online through this way, through a sticker on social media, but you will also then have the opportunity to sell those gift vouchers on email or on text, because you will have a link to your partner or provider that you choose to go with that offers the online gift vouchers. So it is a really easy, quick, effective way for you now to upsell and really capitalize on the busy period, especially as people are potentially more reluctant to go into shops. So just an opportunity to get that money in. So really straightforward. To set it up on Instagram, you need to have an Instagram business account, or you need to have a creator account. When you go and you set up an Instagram account initially, you will have stated exactly what type of account you have set up. If you don't know, you can go into your Instagram and click on the bottom right hand corner where it will have your logo. And then at the very top, you will be able to see there's 3 horizontal lines. When you click on those 3 horizontal lines, you can go into settings and scroll to the very bottom. Once you get to the bottom of the settings section, it will state exactly what type of account it is that you have. Alternatively, there is another section within the settings, and it is called account. So you can click on account and scroll down, and it'll either say personal, business, or creator. Digital 24, we have a creator account. We used to have a business account, but we wanted to have music on our Instagram stories, but also because we aren't e-commerce and therefore didn't need an Instagram business account. If you have an Instagram business account, you should never switch to creator account. So that's just a top tip, or else you lose your shop function within that. So you have to make sure that you have the right Instagram profile first off. So whether that's business or creator, then you will be able to set up the gift card section within Instagram. Next up, you need to set up your service provider. So decide what partner. So Instagram do state, I think it's maybe about 6 to 8 partners that they work with, that they have enabled these gift card stickers on the platform. So you need to look into what kind of service providers there are. As I said, we use GiftUp. And you basically go ahead and set that up. I'll show you shortly how that looks. So here is how you would go setting it up. You can see here it is called GiftUp. You can log in with your Google or your Facebook or your email address. So you basically set log in. Once you go into the main platform, within here you'll have to put in your bank card, the bank details. You'll also have to put in then the description of the type of gift cards that you would want to sell. So I'll jump onto the platform now shortly so you can actually see what it is like. So in here you can see example, £50 gift voucher, or it could be a spa experience, or it could be, if you're a beautician on here tonight, it could be whatever it is, waxing or whatever. You'll know yourself what is relevant. But what this means is that you can actually add as many items that you think would be beneficial for you trying to sell on your on this platform. In here then you just basically put down, is it a fixed price, or can the customer choose the gift card value? So obviously if you're offering things like spa experience or waxing or whatever, God no, not waxing, I'm sure no one would want to receive waxing as a gift voucher, but you know they just, and you just basically add it all in there. And down here you can add a bit of description. So the more you fill this out, I think just the more professional it will look, especially if you're using it through text messaging or email marketing, or trying to promote it through the likes of your Google My Business, rather than just your Instagram. Hold on, just see a few questions coming through. I'll answer the questions at the end of my session, just before I hand over to Velocity, who will talk about click and collect. So to set up the gift cards, if you feel this is going to be beneficial to you, then you might want to take a screenshot of this or take a photo of this. But to set up your gift cards on your Instagram profile, you need to obviously have selected your partner prior. Go to your Instagram profile, tap the edit profile, just as I said, and under the public business information, there's a thing called action buttons. And under the button section, you will see a thing called gift cards. And once you have that, and you have selected a partner to sell your gift card through, then it literally is just about linking that partner. This might sound a bit cumbersome, but it honestly isn't. So the minute you go and you set up your partner account, just like, oops, sorry. Just like this here, once you set this up, you have to put in your Instagram profile, your Instagram handle, and it nearly connects itself anyway. You just have to do a tick box exercise within the edit profile section. Add the partner link, so that's just basically what you're going to be doing for the gift card service you've selected, and that is it. It is so easy to do, and a real seamless process. So once you have all of that done, then you will have the gift card section on your website. Oh, sorry, on your website, like here. So that'll be that enabled. And once you have that done, it means that you're able to do this. So you can add a gift card sticker to your Instagram story. As I said, I'm going to be showing you a video now that will explain it a bit better. You can select a photo or video or whatever to upload to your story, and then select the gift card sticker, and then you can move it all around and do whatever you want within Instagram. So as I said, I'm going to show you a video now shortly. Actually, I'm going to show you that video just now. Here. Okay, so this is before I move on to the video, this is the platform, the giftup.app that we selected. And then in here, we can just go and add the items, as I said, add all of that down in here within the settings. You can see it is an easy way to just personalize everything and just make it look super professional. And once you have just gone through each of those sections, added in your payment details, within here, you can see how you can get your checkout and you can actually enable it within your website if you do have that. Or alternatively, you will just get a link that you can share anywhere else. And here you can see the type of software that this gift up is connected to as well. I did see one of the questions that came in that talked about the how much does this cost. So the good thing is actually there's no setup fee, and so therefore if you don't sell any, having this and running it through here doesn't actually cost you anything to get it set up, so it is pretty much a no-brainer. However, what they will take is in around 3.5% of the overall fee, or sorry, the overall sale. Alternatively, you can buy, if you think you're going to sell lots of gift vouchers, you can buy this revenue pack, and you will save up to 45% off their fees. We haven't done this yet, but it's certainly something we may consider for some of our clients. Now, I would say when we first set this up, back in early summer, for some of the clients, just like they wouldn't have sold many gift cards. Digital 24, I think we've sold a few, but ultimately we just wanted to set it up so that we had something to run tests on. So once we have done that, we didn't actually see an awful big uplift in our clients selling many gift cards. However, over the past few weeks, there has been an absolute surge. Now, I did say we are promoting it a lot heavier. We're sharing it on stories, and we are obviously more proactive in that we have to push it out because there are no alternatives, because shipping date has been cut off and the order book has been stopped. So it's a great way to use it at this time of year. So we'll need to see how that pans out at the early part of next year to decide whether or not we would want to do this. But for now, this here is more than enough for our clients. So I'm just going to show you a quick video on YouTube. It's a few minutes long, but I think you'll find this beneficial.
Instagram now has the order food feature. Was launched by Instagram in order to help businesses find other ways to generate revenue using Instagram. You can either add a sticker to your stories or you can add an action button to your profile. And we're going to explain how both of those work. And be sure to stick around to the end of this video where I will share some tips that you can do to get more exposure and attention on those gift card stickers. But before we get started, there's a couple things you need to know. First of all, the gift card sticker is only available to business profiles, not creators or personal profiles. And second of all, they have to be digital gift cards. If you don't already have these set up, you can go to any of Instagram's approved partners like Square, Cabbage, or Raise, and select other few, and set up your digital gift cards. Once you've set up that third-party integration for a digital gift card, you'll get a specific link for that feature, and that's what you're going to add to your Instagram profile for either the sticker or the action button. If you already have digital gift cards set up through one of these third-party tools, just log in, snag that link that you need, and you'll be ready to go. Now that you have your link for your digital gift card, if you want to add it to your story as a sticker, you're going to launch your story just like you normally would. Build it with any text, doodles, GIFs, any of that sort of stuff that you want. Then you're going to select the gift card sticker from the sticker tray. When you do that, it's going to open a new screen to allow you to select the third-party tool for your digital gift cards. Select that partner, and that will take you to another screen where you'll be prompted to paste your shared URL. Go ahead and paste the link that you just snagged from the third-party tool, put it in there, hit the save or the check mark option, and you're ready to go. Now you'll see your sticker as it's going to appear on the story. But before you move on, you actually have the option to do a little formatting. You can tap on the little colored wheel at the top of the screen. That will allow you to change the color background of the sticker. When you're all set, go ahead and tap done, and it will add the sticker to your story. From here, you can pinch and zoom, you can drag and move around, put it wherever you want within your story, and you're all ready to go. The order food sticker works very similar to the gift card sticker. You can use third-party approved tools like ChowNow, Uber Eats, Grubhub, and others. You choose the order food sticker from the sticker tray on a story. You choose your third-party approved partner, and then you paste in the partner link that you have set up, and there you have your sticker ready to go. Of course, you're going to want to check your insights to see how this story is performing. Just like any other story, you can open it up and view your insights and view sticker taps or any other navigation or actions taken on that story. Just make sure you check them before the 24 hours expire, because any archived story doesn't always have all those same details. So that's how the Instagram story sticker works. We also mentioned that you could add an action button to your profile. It works just like the sticker in that you're going to need the partner URL to set it up. To set up the button, you're going to go to your profile on Instagram, tap on Edit Profile, and then scroll down to the option for Action Buttons. From the Action Button options, select the gift card option, paste in your partner URL, click on the check mark, and you'll be back on the Add Sticker screen. You'll notice at the bottom, there is an option for Buttons Active. On your profile, you're going to select that option. When you tap on that, you can choose which of those various action buttons you want to enable on your profile. If you don't select one of those, even though you've set up the partner URL, the action button won't actually appear on your profile. Select the button you want, tap the check mark, save your changes back through the edit profile, and then there you go. The action button is helpful because it lives on your profile at all times, which means anybody can take use of it at any time, not just when it's active in your story. And now it's time for that bonus I promised you. Here are some ways that you can get even more attention on those stickers or the action button. If you're using the order food option, consider offering a coupon code. It will incentivize people to use it immediately, and it will allow you to have better tracking in terms of how that sticker and action button are performing for you. Also, many people aren't really familiar with how these stickers work and may not be super confident going through the process of clicking on them to order food or buying a gift card. Offer some help, some information, some tips about how it works, throw some emojis in there, make it fun so that they feel a little more comfortable following through with that action. Because Instagram stories only last 24 hours, we want to get the most uses possible out of that sticker. So try using it multiple days in a row, or even multiple days within a month to give your audience more familiarity and confidence in using that function. We all love some good user-generated content, especially as a business that has their gift cards or food available. So if someone has taken photos of your product or service, feel free to share those to your story as UGC and add that gift card or order food sticker that way so that people can see it from a different perspective. In the interest of convenience, if you're using this as a sticker on your stories, you can always add that to your Instagram highlights for ordering online or order now, where people can navigate through those different options where you have that sticker and can immediately order that way as well. And if you want to take advantage of that UGC method we just talked about, be careful. There's a couple mistakes that a lot of people make with UGC, and if you want to stay up to speed on what's right and wrong.
Okay, so hopefully you found that little video useful. It is, I think it's a really easy video to follow along to. So yeah, hopefully you'll have found that useful. The next thing I just wanted to talk about was the gift card section within the Lexus Shopify platform. I'm not going to go into all the platforms, but I'll just show Shopify because it would be one of the leading platforms for businesses in the town centres. So what you can see here is the back end of the Shopify within the settings section. In here is the gift card. It's very visual. And within here is the gift cards to actually set that up. So I think you'll get more from it if I actually just show you what I mean. So within, this is the back end of the Shopify platform. If you go to products and you go to gift cards, within here you can set up the multiple gift cards that you want to sell online. So you just select that and you fill in all the details. You can put in what values you want to sell, and basically that's it. Once you press save, that is it live on your website. And then you can look at things like your online store, and then move to your preferences. Sorry, not your preferences, your navigation. When you move into your navigation, you can move the e-gift card up to your main menu so that you'll have it visual for people to see. So this is just a client of ours. You can see their main menu would have shop and then e-gift card on here. So again, that is really easy to get set up. Another thing I had shown you was, actually we didn't talk about this, but within this settings section on Shopify, you can go into the shipping. So you go into settings, you go into shipping and delivery. And within here, you can also enable a local pickup. So you can choose to have that set up, local delivery and so on. But the local pickup one will be really useful as well, and certainly something that the guys from Velocity will also be coming on to talk about. So that is Shopify and how you can enable the likes of the gift card. So I'm going to ask another question here, which is, so that's everything to do with gift vouchers, sorry, I should say. I'll come on to answer the questions coming through at the end of my session. Do you currently offer click and collect? So I'm just going to ask that question now. Okay, so that's nearly all have answered the question. Give another couple of seconds. Okay, so that's nearly everyone that has answered. So just going to close that. Do you currently offer click and collect? And the answers are here. Only 34% have said that they currently do offer click and collect, and 66% have said no, they don't currently offer it. So that is good. So, you know, what exactly is click and collect? And you know, it has been around for quite some time, and certainly the bigger retailers have been using it over the past few years. But I would imagine that today we need to consider how click and collect could well be one of the life-saving things that brick and mortar businesses need, especially come Friday and when they're moving into coming out of lockdown, you know, whilst following social distancing rules. I know the guys from Velocity will come on to talk about more localized ones, but 62% of global shoppers claimed they would require social distancing measures to be in place before they return to a store on the back of the likes of lockdown. And as I said, click and collect should well be the answers to protect the safety not only of your customers but of your employees too when you are reopening. That is just a quick survey from the survey I talked about in terms of what are your personal requirements in order to return to normal in-store shopping behaviours, and what kind of things do you expect. So you can see there that the likes of social distancing is a big factor So why now is the time to open a click and collect channel. Most of you are probably really aware of click and collect, and it ultimately is where people order online. They potentially book an appointment online, and then they can come in and pick it up from the store or do their own private shopping. I think there's a lot of benefits, both from the consumer and from the retailer's perspective. So simple things like delivery costs and cutting out those delivery costs. But also, I think customers can benefit from a much faster and certainly more convenient way of shopping and collecting. So in terms of like why now is the time to open a click and collect channel, it creates a safe online ordering system. So obviously with an online ordering system, there is low or no contact, and also there's things like no contact payment as well, local pickups, and that can be appealing obviously to customers, especially those that are possibly shielding or just reluctant to move into store. It also unlocks the potential of your inventory, so your stock. So you could look at things like offering products in store that are exclusive through click and collect service. Doing simple things like that, you can increase your stock turnaround and your stock turnover. And also when you bring people into the shop, again, to do the click and collect, again, that is another opportunity for you to upsell. As I said, it will maximize the capability of your stores. And I think I was in one of our clients' stores today, Franklin's, who have 6 stores throughout Northern Ireland. I was in their headquarters within in Belfast. They are currently closed, but they are offering click and collect, and they are absolutely like overwhelmed with the sheer amount of work that are the amount of sales that they are getting in, and that's really, really good. But their shop turns into almost like a distribution center when it is in lockdown, and it just means that they are maximizing the resources that they have available to them, and they can quickly turn it into a distribution center, and everything was laid out everywhere, but it was very organized as well to get through those orders. And also simple things like ensuring contactless payment, and I think there was a big surge in contactless payment, which was ushered in when COVID hit, or when lockdown hit, at a much faster rate. This is a big benefit for click and collect in that it lowers your fulfillment costs. It obviously reduces the need for delivery and packaging costs, and that means that it's more cost effective for your business. It also means that you might be able to keep your prices more competitive for your customers. And then finally, it's personalised. Well, not finally, but in terms of personalising the in-store experience. And I know the guys, again, from Velocity are going to be coming on to talk about the type of data that you can collect from having click and collect services, in that you will know exactly at the touch of your fingertip, you know exactly what kind of things that resonates with each individual customer. It'll give you the opportunity to personalize that, to upsell, cross-sell opportunities. You can also look at introducing things like loyalty benefits, ultimately with the aim to generate much higher transitions. So I think, you know, it has been a big growth area. I think in 2019 overall there was 68% of digital buyers used click and collect services in the global marketplace. So I would say at the end of this year it'll be significantly higher, and as we move out of lockdown, I think this is just going to be a new way of people shopping and expecting to shop. So it very much is the new way of doing things. I think failing to adapt to, or accepting this change potentially could put businesses at risk. As I said, it is the answer to protecting safety of employees and customers. And overall, I don't think it should be viewed as a temporary solution to obeying, I guess, our COVID guidelines or lockdown guidelines, but it should be viewed as an investment into click and collect, viewed as a new long-term feature of your overall business. I will hand over. Oh, sorry, before I do hand over to Enda, I am from Velocity. I am just going to answer some of the questions that came in. Okay, so one of the questions was the price. I think I probably came on to talk about the price afterwards. Oh, sorry, I think we had a wee shot of Enda there. We had as I said, the price. I did come on to talk about that. Different service providers will have different prices. So hopefully that, just go and check that out. Another question has, in terms of click and collect in Shopify, is there a cost? No, there isn't a cost, but ultimately in the likes of Shopify, you can control the overall costs of things or whatever it is that you want to introduce. So you can choose whether or not you want to introduce costs, but why would you introduce costs for that? Another question is, how does a customer spend a gift card? Is it just online or can it be spent in store? So either or, you can choose that in the back end. So in the settings within the platforms, you can choose exactly what it is that you want to offer your customers. So that is all my questions that have come. I'm now going to hand you over to Enda. And so welcome, Enda, and over to you.
Thanks, Niamh. Maybe if you could just try and share the screen again, that would be great. Niamh,
okay,
can you hear me?
Everyone see me? Yeah, can you see my screen? Yeah.
Can you see my screen right now?
Oh, sorry, no, I didn't hand it over to you. Sorry, technical glitch.
Yes.
Do you want me to share it over to you, or do you want me to show it?
If you just try and share, I think I should be okay now. I'm hoping I'll be okay to do this from here.
Okay, that's grand. Yes, then I have your presentation up on screen.
Oh, you do? Okay. All right. Perfect. Okay. Then Niamh, you're going to act as my my beautiful assistant tonight that I cannot see. Good evening, everyone. My name is Enda McShane. I'm the founder and CEO of Velocity Worldwide. I have with me Sarah Eustace, who runs all of our agency marketing business. That is a specialist retail marketing agency, which is one of the companies in our group. The other company is a software company, and we have built a number of software products for physical retail. But it's really about joining up the entire customer journey and allowing or enabling shoppers to shop whichever way they want to shop. So although the session you've got here tonight is entitled, it's click and collect, we're really going to talk you through, what we've learned about shoppers in the last 6 months and what it is that they want and what they expect if they're going to go back to physical retail. And we're going to talk you through a new app that we have developed that will enable you to begin your journey in the technology world, because I know technology for a lot of people can be quite daunting. Probably feels like it's something that an independent retailer can't invest in, and possibly you may feel that you haven't got the skill set to do that. But our view is that we know from working with all manner of retailers, everything from independent retailers in the north of Ireland, Republic of Ireland, the UK, United States of America, that technology is available for everyone, absolutely everyone. And whilst COVID-19 has changed most things that we do. The one thing that we know for certain from the research that we have undertaken is that retail will have changed forever. I had a comment a number of weeks ago when we were talking about this technology, and someone said to me that, well, we won't probably need it now because once the vaccine comes along, we can go back to where we were. And I made the comment that where we were prior to COVID-19 wasn't a great place for retail. Retail was already on a path to change. We knew that retail was struggling in many areas and that it needed to reinvent itself. And that's still the case today. And, the one thing I would say at the start of this presentation is that, the battle for retail is not about online versus brick and mortar. It's really about harnessing data and providing a different type of experience and allowing people to shop anywhere along the path to purchase. So whether that is, advanced reservations, it's click and collect, it's your website, it's through your Instagram page, or in your store. It's about really trying to enable all of that. So to back up what I'm saying here is we surveyed, this particular survey was of over 3,000 shoppers across the UK and Ireland. And we really wanted to understand from shoppers how they were feeling as we were about to reopen retail back in the summer. And then we did this again in October. Now retail in Northern Ireland was open, but the Republic of Ireland was going into lockdown, as was the UK. We got lots of insights, and one of the things I would say is that, which isn't in one of these 5 stats here, is that a big driver for people going out to shop in physical stores is knowing that they can get the product that they want. So, if someone is going to go to a physical store, a shopping mall, a retail park, you're an independent retailer, they really want to know that they can get the product, okay? Because they feel like they're taking a certain amount of risk or inconvenience currently in the current climate to do that. The other thing I want to say is that this insight that we've been looking at, as well as insight that's available globally and nationally, isn't just about COVID-19, and it isn't just about Christmas. We all know in our lives that we're now doing things differently, and we will not go back to the old way of doing things. And shopping is going to be the same. Now, I think it's going to get better. I think, good retailers are going to survive. Technology is going to help them do what they're good at doing, which is actually providing a great service, making sure the right product is there, delivering, an amazing retail experience for people. And that's what people are after. So things like, as Niamh was talking about, click and collect, and things like your Instagram, and things like advanced reservations, and vulnerable shopper groups or over 65 groups. These are all things that we know are going to last beyond COVID. People want to be more planned in what they do. They want to set more time aside for the things that they want to do, not the things they have to do. So what we're talking about tonight is not a solution for a Christmas COVID. It's a solution for the future. And that's something that's really, really important to emphasize here tonight. So looking at the insights here, this 35%, by the way, was from the July research. That went up to almost 70% in October, where shoppers want to get back to physical retail. Now, globally, shoppers have gone back to physical retail the minute it opened. So whilst pure play online was doing extremely well during the initial lockdown periods, as retailers began to open, people went back to stores. But the people went back to stores that had digital services alongside their physical retail. That's a really crucial thing to understand from this, that it's not one or the other. You can offer the best of digital in your physical environment. Again, that's what we want to emphasize tonight. 74% of shoppers felt safer if they could reserve a shopping slot. So what we wanted to understand as a technology and marketing business was, what is our strategy for reopening, and what do we need from a technology perspective or a service perspective to give to customers? So that's what 74% of people told us. They wanted to book a slot. They did not want to queue. And now we know across much of the retail clientele that we work with that we're between 30 and 40% down on average prior to sort of Christmas and prior to this second lockdown again. And it's really the mums with kids, the family market, and the sort of 50, 55 plus market that are not going out to physical retail. So we have to do something to get those groups back into our stores. The younger people, you know, as we know, they tend to feel that they're bulletproof and from COVID, and as soon as Primark open, they're there and they're queuing up, you know, at midnight to get in there. But that's a big, big important group of shoppers for us to get back in the stores. 66% of shoppers confirmed that a queue would put them off going into the store. And I think we've probably all done that. And what we're seeing there is that it's the smaller stores that are suffering, the stores with the smaller square footage, who can only have a smaller number of people in the store with the 2 meter distance or even the 1 meter distance. They're the people with the bigger queues, so they're the people with a problem, because visibly someone looks at it and thinks, I'm not going to wait. But also for the bigger locations, 74% of shoppers said queues put them off going to malls and retail parks, with retail parks in particular or outdoor malls having a bigger problem, because people aren't going to queue in the rain. It was okay back in the summer, but they're not going to queue in the rain. So that's putting people off going to these locations. And of course, based on sort of, you know, click and collect, 69% of shoppers said they would click and collect now. I think it's significant actually that people have said that, and shoppers have said they would do that. Not a lot of retailers have offered it, because it felt that perhaps not enough people would actually come and click and collect. So we're talking the likes of Next and people like that. They haven't really offered it because they're maybe getting 100, 150 people a day into a 3-story unit. Next felt that we're better off putting staff on furlough and not actually doing this. But the other thing about click and collect is that it doesn't have to be perfect. You don't have to have a completely automated system here. This is really about reserving slots for people to come to your store, whether it's to pick something up or actually to come in shopping in your store. That's what this is really about. So moving on, Nate. Thank you. So all of this research led us to an overarching campaign that we've been running across over 30 retail customers and with a total of about 500-600 retailers. And it's really about, you know, the message of simple and safe shopping. That's what customers want to hear, that it's going to be easy for them to shop and it's going to be safe for them to shop. So that's our B2B campaign that we produced. And then the B2C campaign, sorry, just keep moving on, please. The other thing, so the other thing that research led us to do was to develop Darius Q, which is an advanced reservation app for every type of retailer that's out there, right? From the small store to the IKEAs of the world. And we're talking right now about going into test with some of those bigger stores, but we've got lots of smaller stores using this as well. Now, we have spent the money to develop this. So this is available on a license fee model. So you don't have to build it. You have to do very little except decide when you want to offer slots on the app for people to come to your store to do a number of things at the store. And the message here is we're taking you out of the queue. The consumer message is we're going to make this easier for you. So again, the app available now in the App Store. I'll give you the details at the end. But it's about giving shoppers the ability to plan better, queue less, and spend more. And it's about you guys doing very little. All you've got to do is be prepared for these bookings, these reservations to come in. Next slide, please. So here are the key benefits of the app. This is about reducing queue times. You don't want people queuing up outside your stores because it puts people off. It's about regulating visitor numbers. Sarah, I'll just maybe ask you to come in on the initial stores that are onboarding this week, and you know where they're booking what slots that they're making available for these kinds of reservations.
Yeah, well, for a number of stores, they're trying to drive more visitors in around 2 periods where they're not seeing such a pressure point on queues and footfall coming into store. Tends to be 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. and also in the evening if they're operating late trading after 6 o'clock to whenever they close. And what they're seeing is that's helping them get a shopper that if they had come in during the peak periods and had seen even 2 or 3 people outside the store, they would have just walked off and either gone elsewhere or purchased online. So we do have some stores who are also offering peak slots because they know that their core shopper sits in the group that Enda mentioned earlier. So it might be the slightly older shopper who's a little bit more cautious about coming out. So they want to offer slots that's going to appeal to that profile of shopper as well. And then they're also allocating specific times for click and collect and returns, again, focusing in on non-peak periods, and it just allows them to manage their staffing a little bit more efficiently as well.
That's brilliant, Sarah. And so as Niamh had mentioned about data and things like that, there are a couple of things that we really want to help all retailers do. So we'll be with these app, the app, and with the retailers that are onboarding from this week. And by the way, people are onboarding in January. They're not doing it at Christmas time. And we've got town centres that Sarah will talk a little bit about as well, Sevenoaks and Newbury in particular in the UK. We're talking to other district council areas here in Northern Ireland. We're talking to the executive about making this available to retailers on a grant scheme, which again will happen in the new year. But what we're trying to prove here is that a number of things, 3 in particular. One is, did someone come to your store because they could book in advance to do one of these things, either to go shopping in your store, to click and collect at your store, because they had a special period when, as a vulnerable shopper, they could visit your store and feel safer, or to come back with returns and return some goods. Did they go there because of this? Second of all, how many of those reservations were spend visits? Now, what we're seeing is practically all of them are spending money because they're on a mission. They're booking because they're on a mission to do something. And the third thing is, what was the average transaction value for someone who made a booking to your store versus someone that walks in off the street? Those are the things that we will know more about after the first month of this in January. But what we're trying to do here is to point out that, can you imagine a place where, you know, if you know that the average transaction of someone who books a slot to come shopping in your store is £100, and you can get 100 of those a month, then you know that you've got that money more or less in the bank. You know how to staff for that, you know what product you need for that, and then your walk-ins are starting to become real bonus territory because your costs are all covered and everything else with the advanced reservation. So we're trying to help every type of retailer put a little bit more science, a little bit more data behind this in the simplest way possible, because we offer a whole service around this. So you've got very little to do, as I've said before, and we'll tell you a little bit more about that. I'll get into what the app sort of looks like and how it all works now. Niamh, if you flick through to the shopper view on the app, please, and the next slide. So here's a bit of a shopper view on the app. I had a short video, but obviously my screen's not sharing on this platform tonight. But quite simply for the shopper just goes to the App Store and downloads the Darius Q shopper app. All of the stores that are registered are on that app. They don't have to register to take a look at the app. The minute they want to make a booking for a store, that's when they register. So we capture their name, first name, last name, phone number, and email address. They opt in for GDPR. All the privacy policies are included, and we also have ISO 27001 for data security. So this whole thing is absolutely, 110% secure from a data perspective. Very simple for them. If any of you have ever used an app like Open Table, you can see from this the interface here. That's what it's about. They can go in to the location, the store, choose a slot that's available to them, how many people are coming along, or choose to do a returns or a click and collect. They get a confirmation, and they go along to the store. So if you go to the next slide, please. At the store, we can see that the shopper's already registered, so we now have data. They booked their trip. When they get to the store, they scan in and they scan out of the store. So we know that they've arrived and we know that they've left. Which means we can start to see the booking history and start to see a pattern that's emerging for people making bookings. And then with integration with our main platform, Darius, we're going to do follow-up surveys to find out, what their experience was like and how much they spent, etc. So we can start to share that kind of data with the customers that are on the app. So it's a really seamless, very, very simple process for a shopper, entirely intuitive. Any one of us could do that immediately. Now, we've also created an app for the store. So in the next slide, we'll show you that for all stores that are registered, the process for you is that you just simply provide what days and what time of day you're offering reservations and what type of reservations are they. Are they click and collect, advanced reservations for shopping, returns, whatever? You provide that to us and we set that up on the app for you. That's all you've got to do is decide when you're going to run this. But you also get an app to download for your staff or for yourself on your own device. And that app mirrors the bookings in the shopper app. So anyone that has booked to go to your store, you can see it on your app. So you'll know that, you know, I am arriving at 10 o'clock on Monday and I'm going to be there for an hour. So when I arrive, you can scan me in and scan me out if I don't do that. And you can even make a reservation for someone on the app. If someone hasn't got the app, rings up or says there's a queue, you could say, look, you haven't got the app, I'll make the reservation. And then you can come in and then you can download the app yourself. And then you can view all the booking history as well. So you can start to see, you know, the patterns emerging there as well. So again, it's just really, really simple for you guys. One thing on your device, you do not have to do anything other than decide when you want to offer bookings. So moving on, as I said, the app is fully developed. So the app is £100 per month per store, 12-month contract. Now, I said to the last group that I spoke to that we've had now 4 different meetings now with the Economic Board in Northern Ireland, and they are looking into setting up a grant for businesses to apply for technologies such as this. I don't know too many other ones that are here because we're not an app. We're not going to run around and get a whole bunch of retailers on there for free and try and sell advertising. This is something that's for your business. So if you download the app tonight, you'll see, you know, it only went live today. We've got 5, 6, 7 big retailers on there, and the rest of them are loading this week as we go along. So those retailers are using the app for themselves. This isn't a sort of an off-the-shelf, let's try and get some advertising and sell data type thing. This is a real tool for retailers. So the executive are putting it forward that you can apply for a grant for some digital services, of which this app, we've actually initiated this. We actually wrote the paper for this. You might be able to get a grant aid to have this type of app and get you started on your overall journey. The reason it's a 12-month contract here is because this is not going to go away. The minute you start capturing customer data, the minute you start getting analytics, the minute you start seeing the benefit of this to your business, you'll fully understand that these are things that are really beneficial to you as you move forward. These are things that are taking the guesswork out of opening your doors. And for us, that's what we want to be delivering for people. That is the really, really vital piece of this. So again, I would just want to ask Sarah if she would talk a little bit about, you know, the launch that's happened today and how retailers and shopping malls that we're working with are actually marketing the app to customers to get customers on board.
Yeah, so obviously the key thing is that we get people downloading the app as quickly as possible. And we're doing that through a number of different promotional activities. We're using social media to let people know how they can download the app. If you have an existing database, then we're emailing that database. So it's really simple. They can just click on a link and download the app straight to their phones. And we've also got promotional materials in shopping centre locations. They're in key footfall areas as well as around the stores that have the longest queues, because there's nothing like the incentive of standing in a queue to download something like this to avoid having to do it again. And also any website assets that are available as well, we're promoting it through that. What we will be doing over the coming weeks is we're working with some social media influencers who are going to talk about the app and are going to show how they use it in practice as well. And for the retailers themselves, they're going to be promoting it at point of sale. They're going to be telling their customers about it, and you know, just generally trying to get the word out through as many channels as they have available to them.
Thanks, Sarah. So the last, I know you're all going to get a copy of this presentation, so we'd love you to follow up with us. Go to our website and or click on the links. If you go to the next slide, or you've got an old version of the presentation. I'll send you a new version of it, Neve, where we've got the links to the app and everything else on there. You can download the app and take a look at it yourself. It's now gone live today with the first retailers on there. And I want to emphasize, we have, you'll see DFS sofas on there, you'll see toy stores on there. We're going to have jewelry stores, we're going to have gifting stores, chocolate outlets like Hotel Chocolat and groups like that. We've got IKEA on one level doing a pilot across to someone like Rio Brazil in Belfast, independent fashion retailer, single store who's running the app as well. So it really will be, something that grows over time, but it will give you an opportunity to really get into, understanding your customer, and able to provide better experiences for them because they're arriving, what they're after. And we will add more features to this, over time, where when someone books a slot, then you can actually run a promotion to them before they get to you and things like that. But like anything, we want to start simple, help everyone get on the first rung of the ladder at a very low price point, no development, very little work to do, and make it really easy. So I know you can't ask me questions verbally, but I'm sure that hopefully there'll be some questions.
Thank you so much. And as I said, I actually saw some influencers within Northern Ireland talking about it. Hence the reason why I, as a digital marketer, seeing all the data that you can capture and how businesses can upsell and completely personalize things for customers, it certainly got me very excited, and something we'll be looking at for our clients. So just to run through, there's quite a few questions here, so just to run through some of these questions. Can the app be used as an appointment treatments for salon treatments? I imagine it means, can the app be used as an appointment system for salons?
Yeah, I mean, it's essentially that's what it is. It's an appointment system. So it would be really, currently it's about booking a slot to come along to a store. Now, whether or not, how we would carry the information as to what kind of appointment it would be, I would need to take a look into that. It's more of a generic reservation, but it can certainly drive someone to a certain time, to a certain location on a certain time for their appointment, to confirm their appointment and stuff like that. But we wouldn't be able to go into, whether it's massage or facial or whatever else in the app. As it stands now, if we have enough demand for that, it'd be very easy for us to do.
Excellent, very good. Another question, what about cancellations?
Yes, you can just cancel on the app. One of the things that we decided not to do at this point in the launch is, if someone books an appointment and doesn't show up, we're not going to hound them for not showing up and start sort of abusing them for making a booking and not turning up, because we don't want this to become a problem for people. Equally, if someone comes along for 10 o'clock and they're there 10 past 10 and they want to stay till 11, even though they booked half an hour, we're not going to throw them out either. That would be at the discretion of a retailer. But I don't think anyone wants to throw a customer out of the store. But we encourage people that if they're not going to be able to turn up, they just cancel on the app. They just cancel it off, and it'll cancel off on the store app for the manager of the store as well.
Another question, does it send reminders to customers?
Well, it's in currently they make the booking and it sits in their app. We can send them a push notification to remind them of their journey. That's really an integration with the Darius platform that does that. So it's really at this moment in time on this version 1 to get out in time for December. They book it, it's there, it sits on their homepage. Sarah, I don't think it pushes a reminder. We haven't set up a rule to push a reminder that your appointment's in 10 minutes.
But it can. It currently it doesn't, but it can do. And the reason why we're not we're not setting the reminders right now is one of the benefits of the app we feel is to allow shoppers to book multiple store appointments in one location, whether that's in one shopping centre or if it's within a town district environment. And what we didn't want to have is them getting multiple alerts, which can be quite annoying. But the functionality is there. So if it's a requirement by a specific user, then that can certainly be added in.
Thank you.
Thank you. Another question is there a cost to the customer?
No, there's no cost to the customer. We want them coming in and spending their money with the retailer. That's the cost. The retailer pays for a license fee. That's the only cost associated.
Okay, sorry, I'm just having a coughing fit here. What is the price? You answered that. Is the platform secure? I think you did touch on that.
Yeah, the platform is 100% secure. We operate to the global data security. We don't only operate, we have the global kite mark, ISO 27001 for data security. It's all governed by GDPR and the GDPR policies and privacy policies. We take that very, very seriously.
How easy is the platform to use as a customer?
It's just so easy. You just open it up, you look at the store that you want to go to. If you haven't yet registered, when you go to make your first booking, it will ask you to fill out your title, name, last name, telephone number, email address, and accept the terms of use. And then you can just go in, up will come the times that are available, and you just book your slot, half-an-hour slots or an hour slot. And you get your confirmation. You can decide how many people are coming with you. You get your confirmation, and in fact, it holds historical bookings. So, for example, if you think you booked for Friday, or you actually booked for Thursday, but you thought you booked for Friday, and you showed up on Friday, and someone handed it to you, and there's no booking for them, you'd be able to show them in their app their booking was actually for Thursday. You might still let them in, but at least you can still show them the booking history. But it is so simple to use.
Excellent. Oh, yeah, sorry. Yeah, excellent. That's all the questions that have come in. So I just want to thank you once again for coming on and for sharing that information with us. I would also want to thank Armagh City, Banbridge and Craigavon Borough Council for putting on tonight's webinar, and hopefully you'll have found some interesting things that you're going to be able to take away and apply to your business. As I said, a copy of this recording will be going out along with Velocity's contact details if you want to get in contact with the guys. So I want to thank you all, and I hope you all have a really nice evening. Thank you and goodbye.
Thank you.